The book I am doing for the digital video book talk is Irish Red by Jim Cautgard. Danny was trying to stop Mike from chasing the pig and slipped in the mud. Ross and Danny tried to discipline Mike, but they couldn't. One day, Danny and Ross had a contest with Mr. Hagen's dogs. The contest was about seeing which dog could find more pheasants. Mr. Hagen is a guy who has a lot of money and is their neighbor. Ross and Danny lost, so they had to give Mike and his mom, brother, and sisters back to Mr. Hagen. Mike escaped from his kennel and went back to Ross and Danny's cabin, but they returned him to Mr. Hagen. Ross and Danny decided to move to Budgecommon, a cabin far in the wind-happy wilderness. Mike escaped and followed their trail again. Since they were far out in the wind-happy wilderness, they did not bring him back to Mr. Hagen. One day, Danny went out with Mike on a long trip up to Stony Lonesome to get some marten furs. On their way, they saw a herd of deer going down the hill that they were climbing up. Well, they didn't notice that a blizzard was headed for them. So one night, Danny could not see anything because of the blizzard, and a tree branch hit him. When Danny woke up, he was in pain and Mike was very fine. One night, Danny was sleeping and a cougar was very hungry and wanted to kill Mike, but Mike waited and he growled very much, and Danny wondered what was with Mike, so he just took his .22 pistol and shot. Although he knew the teeny pellets weren't gonna do nothing, even though the cougar went away. Ross finds Danny and Mike with Red, Mike's father. One day they challenged Mr. Hagen's puppy against Mike on a hunting contest. Mike found more birds because his breed was meant to hunt bogs, and that's where the two dogs were. Ross and Danny chose to have their cabin back. This is the end of the story.